So a couple days ago, the Epstein files came out. About 3 million files, supposedly. And it's all over social media, and all the names, and of course the Trump haters like, see, Trump, blah, 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 Trump's in the Epstein files. And everybody's talking about it. And if I'm being honest, it kind of pissed me off. I was one of the people, and I'm not saying this because I need glorification, but I was one of the people that was talking about this stuff back in 2020. Okay? A lot of stuff was coming out about what the media termed Pizzagate, and everybody who believed in Pizzagate was a conspiracy theorist, and we're all crazy, and we have no rational way of thinking, and we're all off our rocker. And so much of this information was available back then, right? We had the FBI memo that came out that identified not only pedophilic language, but the symbolism that pedophiles use to communicate with each other. We had all these different convictions from people like Laura Silsby, who literally works on the Clinton campaign and was working with and around children in Haiti, who got caught snatching children from Haiti, and all these different things that was coming out years ago. And people like myself were trying to put people on and make them aware, like, hey, this world is run by PDF files. You guys should probably be aware of this. And nobody wanted to listen. And even with Jeffrey Epstein back then, right? He had already died, unalived himself. And I was telling people, hey, y'all need to stop focusing on Epstein. Let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell, his handler, a known Mossad asset. Her and her daddy were known Mossad assets. And everyone was just ignoring it. Oh, you're crazy, this, that, and the other. And then, of course, a couple years ago, or a couple years after that, Ghislaine Maxwell gets arrested. And she's been in jail ever since. And so everybody's sitting here talking about Epstein this, Epstein that, and they're all shocked about the files. But most of that stuff is stuff we already knew, or you could have already known, if you chose to not be a sheep and not be asleep. And it's just frustrating because back then, like, it wasn't cool to come out and talk about this stuff. You get canceled on YouTube for talking about Pizzagate. And now it's like the trending topic. And it's frustrating as somebody who gets labeled crazy all the time for my out of this world takes. It sure seems like a lot of the stuff that I've been trying to put people onto is now coming out in the news. And it's like the information's out there, but if all you guys do is accept the mainstream media narratives, of course you're never going to hear it. Of course you're never going to see it. Why would you? The mainstream media is not going to tell the truth until they are forced to. And even then, they'll still try to find a way to lie. They'll still try to find a way to spin. They'll still try to find ways to discredit you and call you a conspiracy theorist and label you and put you in a box. And I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of people waiting for everyone around them to tell them the obvious. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I need people to start, escaping the matrix, bro. Like, get out of the echo chamber that is mainstream media. All they do is parrot and puppet talking points that they're fed to parrot and puppet. That's all they do. That's all that they are good for. They're not good for nothing else. Nothing else. They don't tell the truth. They're late to the party. They're never breaking news, ever. Those days of the media being honest journalism, it's over. It's over. All the media is owned by the oligarchs. It is owned by the 1%. Okay? They are no longer our friends. They are no longer on our side. And y'all need to start realizing this. Get out of the echo chamber. Start listening to people who don't think like you. Start listening to people who don't talk like you. Start listening to people who, start listening to people who the media tells you not to listen to. That's how I got to where I'm at right now. I used to hate Candace Owens. I used to hate Charlie Kirk. I used to hate some of these people in the media, Stu Peters. And they've been right about all this stuff the entire time. They called the pandemic. They called the human trafficking. They called all these countries and foreign leaders bowing the knee to Israel. They've been telling us this stuff. Been telling us, been trying to put us on. And we just been ignoring it. Until mommy and daddy from the media comes and tells you it's the truth. And now all of a sudden, oh yeah, human trafficking. Like, come on, man, get off that. Oh yeah, Jay-Z. I showed y'all years ago a video of Jay-Z and Marina Abramovic. Marina Abramovic is a known witch. She has spirit cooking rituals, right? Where they literally have dinners and pretend that what they're eating is people. She is a witch. She practices witchcraft. She is into the occult. And her and Jay-Z are like this, son. Like, when are we going to start waking up, man? Leave the echo chamber. So now that y'all are hip, now that y'all are on game to the Epstein files, right? Go back, go to Rumble, and check out Pedogate 2020, okay? It's a 4-part series from this creator called Mouthy Buddha. All right, he's got another series called Elite Human Trafficking. If y'all really want the tea, if y'all really want the scoop on what's going down on some of these people, look into those 2 docuseries, okay? Great work, fantastic journalism, very well put together. The editing is incredible. It's not one of those typical YouTube documentaries where people just put a bunch of pictures together over, voiceover and call it a day. Like, no, Mouthy Buddha does work. He really put time into his craft. Check those things out. Go look into Terramar, the Terramar Project, where Ghislaine Maxwell is literally a dual citizen of this underwater civilization called Terramar. It was a project. They were trying to create a whole city underwater. Literally. You can look it up. Go peep those things, man. And get out of this habit of being late to the party. It's time to wake up. And the last thing before I get up out of here, I want to give a shout out to all those content creators like myself who have been labeled nuts for however long, because we are finally starting to get our validation. They're starting to give us our flowers. So Didi Got a Podcast, Candace Owens, Mouthy Buddha, Marty Leeds, Eric Dubay, Rob Skiba, rest in peace, D Marble, who else? Stu Peters. Man, the list goes on and on. Pre-2020 Alex Jones. Man, who else can I think of off the top of my head? So many different creators that are just now starting to get their flowers. Coach Colin, Baron Coleman. We got to stay vigilant, boys and girls. We got to stay vigilant. Keep doing our part. It doesn't matter what they call us. It doesn't matter what they label us. It doesn't matter what box they put us in. We're going to keep cooking and we're going to keep winning.